Hey everybody, welcome back to Millennium County Railroad. I'm Jim Tedesco, your engineer and conductor and all that funny stuff. I take these stupid glasses off. I hate them things. Well, we're going to talk about the sort of unboxing of the soldering station. I did get it. Good news, bad news situation. Bad news was the one I ordered for $11.11 turned out to be a scam or something. Never got it. So I reported it to eBay. They refunded my money, which is cool. I don't know whatever happened to it. If it was, I don't know what the deal was, but anyway, it was no deal. So I went ahead and ordered one from Wish.com. You remember Wish.com? I love buying stuff from that place. And so far they've done pretty good. I mean, 99% of the stuff I buy is pretty decent. And once again, you have to look at what you're buying and try and determine whether it's worth the money or not, and even though it's cheap. So anyway, I bought basically the same soldering station. I think it has a different name on it, but it's literally the same thing. It was $81 and change. And I went for the expedited shipping, and I wound up getting it in like 5 days, which isn't bad from China. They actually FedExed it. So see, they can actually send stuff out fast, they just don't want to. It cost me an extra $3 for that. It was well worth it. So for a grand total of $84 and some change, I got me a new soldering station. Like I said, it's a sort of unboxing because I already pulled it out of the box. I had to look at it and play with it before I did this, and we're going to get to that in a minute. But before we do that, I wanted to remind everybody that Sparky 107 is having his contest. He's going to be live streaming on Christmas Day, which is a Wednesday. I believe it's 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. You want to make sure you attend that because he's going to have a lot of great prizes. I mean, a lot of great prizes. So you want to make sure you're there, and I'm not sure I think as long as you're subscribed to his channel, you're automatically registered for the contest, I believe. You might want to double check and contact him or check out his latest video. That's Sparky 107. Well, you guys know who he is. But for those who weren't aware of the contest, now you know. So make sure you're there. I'll be there. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, contest. I actually picked up a couple of extra subscribers. I think I got like 154, 155. I'd have to look. I'm not sure. I don't really keep that close a track of it. But I know I got at least 2 or 3 in the last 3 or 4 days. Pretty cool. Still a long ways to go to hit 200, but you know, when we get there, we'll get there. The goodie box will be waiting. And whoever the lucky recipient is will get all kinds of neat goodies. So, you know, I'll keep you up to date on that as we progress with the sub count. Alright, well, let me reposition the camera. And we're going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and show you this soldering station, some of its features, and well, I know you guys were inquiring about it, so here's your shot. Stay tuned, I'll be back in a second after I reposition the camera. Okay, and we're back. So, this is it. Pretty nice. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. The pictures on the Wish.com site were a little misrepresentative. I mean, I thought it was going to be some tiny little box, you know. It's actually pretty big. So, anyway, you're going to go ahead and, before I turn the power on, what we have a hot air blower, which is pretty cool. And I should zoom out a little bit there. There we go. Got the hot air blower, and it comes with several different nozzles. I've got one nozzle already mounted on there, but it's got a square one, the largest round one, and a real teeny round one. And I've got the medium round one on there, which is fine for anything I would do, which is great for, you know, heat shrink tubing and maybe forming plastic to styrene. Can't go wrong. And I believe it goes up to, let me turn it on here a minute. Main power's in the back. and I believe it goes up to 480 degrees Celsius. I don't know what the, it's probably like 1300 degrees or something. It'd probably burn a hole in your hand if you actually put it in front of it. It takes a minute to heat up and get going, and the digital display there will tell you as soon as it gets up to temperature. Now the Chinese call it a rework station, that part of it. I don't really know what that means, but you know how the Chinese are. They're always coming up with some weird stuff about that. It takes about a minute or two to heat up. And while that's going, we also have a power supply on the right here. Now I've got it set up for 9 volts right now. And I have here an LED. Can we see that? I think so. Now this can either test voltage or supply voltage, and it's 0 to 15 volts. Like I said, I've got it set for 9 because I have a 9 volt LED there. And you can see it's lit. Now it's not. So it's a little awkward. There we go. I suppose you could probably get adapters to slide on these pins, these probes, with alligator clips on. As a matter of fact, I may even have some, I'm not sure. But the nice thing is, like I said, you can set the voltage all the way up to 15 and a half volts. And for testing voltage, you've got a meter here that'll tell you what your voltage input is. So it's pretty slick. Let's turn that off. And I probably got a, oh okay, there you go, I didn't have it set. Somehow or another, I think this thing actually has a sensor in it. Yeah, it does. As soon as you pick it up, it must have some sort of a motion sensor in it. And it's very quiet. You can just barely hear it. And of course it's counting up there, so we'll zoom in on that. Alright. And this is 480 degrees Celsius, and it gets up there pretty darn quick. Now when you put it back in its cradle and it doesn't detect motion anymore, it will automatically shut down. And I'm not going to wait for it to do that, but it actually does. It'll start cooling down and it'll get back down to 0, and then it'll be safe to touch. Like I said, you can change these tips. They just got a little screw and nut on them. And you loosen up, slip it off, put the new one on, tighten it back up, pretty basic. Alright, well, that's all the fun stuff, but the main reason I bought it, of course, is for the soldering iron. I'm going to move this back here a little bit. Now it comes with a nice little soldering gun holder, and it has a sponge on it. Let me zoom back out again. There we go. Has a sponge here to help you with your tinning, and it basically takes the same tips as my other one, which means I have about 30 different tips for it. It's really handy. So I should turn it on over here. And you can preset the temperature whatever you want, and I think it goes up to, well, let's see what it does go up to. I know it gets pretty darn hot if you want it to. Say 300 degrees Celsius, whatever that means in Fahrenheit. That's probably about 900 degrees Fahrenheit, I don't know. And oh yeah, one other thing I forgot on this thing here. You have a controller to determine the air output. So if you need more heat to come out faster, you can just crank it up with this knob here. So back to the soldering. Said it's a very nice unit. It's a handheld pencil unit. And it comes with, I believe, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 extra tips. There's assorted size tips there. You got pointed, flat tip, knife tip, all kinds of cool stuff. And it also comes with a spool of solder wick for desoldering. You know, I've never used this stuff before, but it looks like it'd be really handy to have. I don't do much desoldering, but you never know. Now, the only thing I did get with this thing, and I honestly don't know what it is, is this thing. It's just handheld. It doesn't plug in anything. There's no power going to it. Not really sure what it does. I'm guessing maybe it holds the wires together while you're soldering. You know, you just put it down on each side of the wire after you put the wires together, and so it doesn't move while you're soldering it. That's the only thing I could figure it would be for, because there's no instructions with it, and it's just a goofy looking thing. Hey, that comes with it too. So that's pretty much it. It's a nice little package for 84 bucks. And like I said, if you don't do the expedited shipping, and I don't think they usually offer that anyway. I think that was kind of a Christmas special, but the regular price is 81 and change. If you guys want a good soldering station, this is the way to go. You could do your soldering, you could do your heat shrink tubing and whatever, plastic bending or whatever. Even I imagine you could probably bend light metal with it, but you know, if you heat it up. But lots of uses for it. And it comes with a 2-year warranty, which isn't too bad. And I know a lot of people get scared when I heard the word China, but you know what? 90% of the stuff you buy, even in the States, comes from China. And I doubt, I'll bet you even Weller, which is another big name for soldering irons, they're probably made in China too. Everything's made in China. We don't make nothing here anymore. So, you know, you can go ahead, and I saw something similar to this. Well, it really wasn't even that close. It was about half the size and didn't have the rework station, you know, the hot air gun. But they wanted $369 for it, and it was just a soldering station. I'm thinking, that's a lot of money for nothing, you know. So this seemed to me like the best way to go, and I'll let you know how it works. Again, I got a lot of soldering to do, a ton of soldering. Like I said, I pretty much wore out my last soldering iron, and I got that from China too. I think I got that from Banggood. I think I paid $14 for it. Got adjustable temperature control. It was pretty nice at the time, but you know, I think it's wearing out. It doesn't seem to generate the heat that it needs to anymore. So, and I have a lot of intricate work to do, like the little micro switches I'm doing. You got to hit those fast, and you know, and you can't hold the heat on them too long because it just melts the plastic base of it. And which, you know, so you got to solder it pretty quickly. Basically, touch it with the solder, and it's done. So that was another reason why I bought this, because, you know, it gets expensive when you start ruining components. So anyway, that's the unboxing of the soldering station. It is a model 853D. I don't know the brand one on it because I don't actually see a brand on there. Who knows? Who cares, really? And overall, I think it's a pretty good deal, and it comes with a lot of goodies. You can't go wrong. So, that wraps up the sort of unboxing of the soldering station. And I'm going to reposition the camera, put back on my ugly mug again. I'll have a few words to say before I end the video. Hang on. And I'm back again. So, that was pretty cool. Don't really have much else to say. Didn't do anything of any use in the training room yet. I gotta run down to Home Depot and get another sheet of the extruded foam, so I can get the foam inserts underneath the track for the coal unloading station. coal rotary dumper, whatever. So I'm probably going to do that tomorrow, and I hope to have another video before Christmas. I'm kicking around. I don't know if I can pull it off, but I'm going to try a Christmas surprise video. Not a giveaway or anything, but, you know, I really took Wilmer's advice to heart. It's like, it would be cool to do some Christmas decoration on my layout before Christmas, and I think I could pull it off. I'm going to try, so no promises, but, you know, and if I do release it, it'll probably be Christmas morning. Or maybe even Christmas Eve, I'm not sure yet. So, keep your eyes open for that just in case. In the meantime, keep it on the rails. And everybody have a Merry Christmas, you and your families. And we'll see you real soon. And that's it. I'm out.